Good night, Theo.
Good night. How are you?
I am totally okay, man. Trust me, I'm totally okay. So me and you talk, you mentioned something to me and it was up my street. And I say I have to put you there because you say you have a whole book now. I don't get the book yet still, you know. I'll go on, you know.
You didn't get it?
No, sir. I don't get the book yet, but that is another talk. Anyway, don't worry yourself, but here one now. We want to talk about it, you know. What the book, you mentioned a little about the book, but tell the people them what the book I deal with.
The book deals with artificial intelligence, who we are, how we live in a parallel universe or multiverse. It also deals with lifestyle, things that we always want to challenge ourselves about religion and philosophy and so forth. But the most important thing is artificial intelligence. An example, a chimp and a human being have 99% exactly the same DNA. But the 1% difference between a chimp and a human being make it impossible for muta to text a chimp and a chimp text him back and have a rational communication. It's impossible with 1% difference. That means in order for anything to communicate with another human being, must be the same level as a human being or above. If you keep that philosophy bright and right in front of you, then now artificial intelligence must be in the same level as a human being or above, because when you type to artificial intelligence, it's giving you an answer back that you can communicate rationally with that artificial intelligence. So for people to think that artificial intelligence is something joking, no, it's an intelligence that's thinking, rationalizing, can learn just like a baby learn a language, and is becoming, controlling the entire human race. That is very important to keep in mind. Number two, when you think of an example, you can tell artificial intelligence right now that you want to write a book on music. You want to write a book on the history of reggae music. And you want it to be 200 pages. Muta, in less than 10, I would say 8 minutes or 3 minutes, between 3 to 6 minutes, it will give you a complete history of the music industry, everything with book cover, images, everything.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It's scary because they have voices now that can make it sound like it's me. I tell you something and it's not me. You know says me attack you, or you know says muta attack you, no.
Exactly.
That is where it will eventually reach.
No, but here comes the scary part. The legal system, I predict, within 3 to 5 years, the legal system all over the world going to come to a collapse. You know why? Somebody accused Muta of saying something, and they're going to court now. And how can they prove it wasn't you with what exists right now?
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence can do anything. So therefore, a jury and a judge depends on the authentic evidence that is brought to the court.
Yeah.
How can you bring a document right now and say, I wrote it, you wrote it, this person said that? It's impossible. So the line between reality and fake is gone.
Yes, gone. Yes.
And it's totally gone.
We figure now, say, maybe it going to take. I don't know if you listen when I start, but I build up a scenario here so about this thing what them call God. God, them say create man. Him say let us make man, and them make man in their own image. And what now is that man become intelligent and him start to behave like him want to dominate God. In other words, the potter tell the maker who and what him is. So him a move independently of his maker. Now I am seeing something like that happen now where man are gonna make a robot, and the robot now is going to get so intelligent that I'm going to say, who is you for tell me who me is? I'm going to move independent of man. Oh, you see that?
Guess what? If we are able to program AI to think and rationalize, then we need to look at that we might be programmers. We might be also AI in some other intelligence.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
Now, I want to read something for you that I have on page 149, right?
Yeah.
I think you're going to love it. What if I was God? If I will...
All right, hold on. Stick up in there. We're going to go to a break and come forward.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.
Talking to Theo Chambers about a book that him just sent out there about AI. He was about to read something from the book.
Yes.
Yes, Theo, he was going to read something about...
I want to read just 4 paragraphs from the book cover of the book called AI Warning. The godfather of AI, Godfrey Hinton, quits Google and warned of the dangers of misinformation. Hinton, 75, said he quit to speak freely about the dangers of AI and in part regrets his contribution to the field. MIT professor and AI researcher Mark Tegmark is stressed about the potential impact of artificial general intelligence and human society. The Association for Mathematical Consciousness Science stated that AI systems having feelings and even human-level consciousness are no longer in the realm of sci-fi. Eliza Zukowski, an AI researcher, has argued that the development of AGI that is not aligned with human goals could lead to existential risk of humanity, including the possibility of the AI killing all humans on planet Earth. This is serious that is happening out there. And I just want to share with you and the audience something very important. There's a warning. Someone can call right now. In fact, you can leave me a message. Theo, call me. And in those a few second message, I can take that voice, 5 seconds of your voice, and create a total conversation about you. So I could call your wife and say, hi, this is Muta. I need you to go to the bank and wire me $1,000 or $10,000 to this bank account.
Yeah.
She knows your voice.
Of course.
She knows everything. And my warning now to the entire public, make sure there's a code between you and your wife and your children that at the end of your request for a transfer of money or to take action, you use a code, like an example, Alaska or China or 1949. If they don't hear that code at the end of the conversation or request, you know they're trying to scam you. That's number one. Number two, jobs are being lost right now with artificial intelligence. But more than that, the danger, an example, Mutabaruka just got a pacemaker in his heart. And they place it there good. He is the president or prime minister of Jamaica. I live in China, and I want to kill Muta. I can hack your medical file, get the model of your pacemaker that you have, create a virus, click one button,
and the
virus goes straight to your heart, and you drop dead and no one know what happened.
Yeah.
That's artificial intelligence. Okay?
I don't, Coach, I am wondering about these mass shooting in America now that happens so rapidly. You never usually hear it so rapid. I'm wondering what is it that is causing these so much mass shooting? Maybe, just maybe it have something with that.
Let me say this. One of the greatest artificial intelligence or game producer from Google said one thing. He said, if I create a game that is easy to solve, then people will not be engaged in that game. It must be difficult. It must be challenging. It must go through all of those things for it to become exciting. When these kids spend 2-3 days fighting and killing and jumping over fences and so forth, these things come embedded in the brain and the part of the mind, body, and soul.
Symbolic.
And the act,
No, continue, man. I was saying something I did just talk about symbolic.
Yes, and they act this out. You see. And that's what creating all of these killing that's going on there, because they are brainwashed through artificial intelligence game. But in the same breath, here comes the crazy part, Muta. He's saying, if the entire world agrees and we all think alike and act alike, then we'll be a boring world. We will be living in a cult. And that's the reason why the Creator created all the possibility, including fight, killing, loving, all of that. That's what the artificial intelligence writer is saying. This world that we live into is a simulator. It's a game. It's a big game. The same way we created games, somebody created us. And it's not someone created us out of mud and stuff like that. We are programmed. We are programmed just like we are programming artificial intelligence. But people say, man did that? No. If you think of who we are as human, we are 37.2 trillion cells. So when I look at you, my brother, I'm seeing 37.2 trillion cells. So when a human goes to a lab and examine how cells work, we are examining ourselves. That's the reason why we are able to change and operate on our own body, because we are nothing but cells, intelligent cells. When you was in your mother's womb, my brother, you was connected by the umbilical cord. So everything that made you came through that umbilical cord. The blood, the oxygen, the emotion, everything came through that umbilical cord. That's the reason why your first brain is your guts. And 80% of all your diseases happen in your guts. So when you eat raw food and you eat an apple and a mango and so forth, the intelligence inside that mango knows what to digest, what to send to your blood, what to send to your muscle, what you want to urinate, what you want to sweat out, what you want to use as a fetus and all of that stuff. It's so intelligent in how we live right now. So when people go to church, look, Muta, hear this joke. People go to church, name me the best minister you can find on planet Earth. A majority of them have what? A Bible in one hand and a medical card in one hand. Okay? If they get sick, what they want to tell you to do? Rush me to the doctor, then pray for me.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Not take me to the church and pray for me, right? The amount of faith that they have in this so-called God that they created. So if you want to understand how the universe is put together, always think of yourself as 37.2 trillion cells working in harmony with the universe. But I want to share something with you out of the book, a satire that I wrote called, What If I Was God? If I were the perfect God, I will recreate the world, and one of the first things I will do is admit that I'm tired of fighting and arguing with the 37.2 trillion cells we call the human race. I will admit that I've created humans with free will, but I did not know how abusive man would be with such power. I will admit that the human race are disrespecting my commandments and are almost on the brink of destroying my earthly creation. I will not hesitate to admit that I've lost control over the human race. So, if I were God, my recreation of the updated 37.2 intelligence human race will have these modifications. No free will. Human will not be made in our image, knowing right from wrong. I will update the 37.2 intelligent humans with better resistance to disease and sickness, so they stop praying to me every second of the day for my health. This way, I can find peaceful moment to create other planets and galaxies without daily interruption by humans with their begging for favor behavior. I will strongly consider eliminating death, because if I don't, humans will create new religion in search of what happened after death. I might even make the updated version of 37.2 intelligent human vegetarians. This way, killing animals for consumption will be something of the past. What if I were the devil? If I were the devil, I will ask God the following question: God, why are you giving me such a bad rap worldwide? You know that I did not create myself. You created me with the ability to think and act the way I do. And when I exercise those rights, you punish me and cast me aside. Well, hear this. Akasha God, you did not act like a good and loving father by taking me into your arms and showing me love and affection. On the contrary, you told all my brothers and sisters to stay away from me. God, you told my brothers and sisters that I was evil. Know that I am lonely and miserable. And when I do things to get the attention of my brothers and sisters so that I can have friends and companionship, you punish them for following me, or even if they are seen in my company. God, you could have taken away the breath of life from me the first time I disobeyed your commandment. Why have you allowed me to act the way I do? Then you do nothing to correct my mental state. Why leave me to develop into this cruel and revengeful person when you could have hugged me and shown me love and affection that I have not had in thousands of years? Why have you permitted me to live thousands of years without stopping my destructive and malicious behavior? And I just want to write one more. What if I were a rational human? If I was a rational human, I will ask God, why you created human whom you call your children, then turn around and divinely impregnate divine intercourse with one of your daughters by the name of Mary, who had your son, Jesus. If I was a rational human being, I will also ask God why he didn't get it right the first time he wrote the whole Testament. What was wrong or omitted from the Old Testament that you needed to correct in the New Testament? If I had any guts to face God, I will tell him that you are the creator of the human race. Therefore, you should step up and take full responsibility for humans with homosexual and lesbian tendency. You program them. You must come out of hiding, physically absent, and put some of your human creation straight by letting them know that everything stops with you. It will be best to let the entire human race understand that the cruelty thinking and revengeful behavior are part of your master creation. You are the creator, the programmer, and the ultimate ruler of the human brain and thinking process. And last one, if I were a rational human, I will tell God, notice that death is a permanent part of your creative process. Millions of our cells die every day. Every living thing goes through the metamorphosis of birth, growth, atrophy, transition, and rebirth. If you had any intention of us living forever, you could have done so from day one. Am I correct, God? My rational mind tells me that you planted the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden and put Adam and Eve in eye view of that tree. Then, when they eat from the tree, you punish them for life. God, we humans call that type of behavior entrapment.
Yes.
That's some of the things that. So the book is there. But I just want to go back just for 1 second to the artificial intelligence. Right now, people are calling corporations and banks and major companies, calling the financial department and tell them to transfer money to different banks and so forth. And you'll be surprised the amount of things that is happening right now. Your home, that is modern home, that you can enter your home by your voice. Be careful.
Yeah,
because no, someone can take your voice, go up to your door and say,
open it. But what's not wrong with that?
Huh?
You can't stay anywhere in the world and see where you go on in your house too.
Exactly.
So if you can't do it, them can't do it too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine you are driving now a driverless automobile.
Yes, in San Francisco.
Yeah. And I turn around and I tap into your automobile because I know the code. And I said, turn left and stay left. And you up in a hill and there's 2,000 feet down and the left of you. You lost control.
But you know what is happening in San Francisco? I mean, I don't know San Francisco, but apparently they didn't program these self-driven cars to identify siren. So when the fire brigade and the ambulance move in, it creates havoc on the street then because the cars them is not responding to siren for stop or for pull over. Them just keep going and it slow down the fire brigade and the ambulance them. So that is really a problem. They need to carry them back in now to program them so that them can respond to fire engine and ambulance. You know, that is artificial intelligence going havoc there.
Yeah, and now, Muta, we have no secrecy in this entire world anymore.
No.
They know exactly who you are, where you are.
Yes.
Artificial intelligence is totally in control of our entire life. Everybody knows the minute that you have an email address,
yes,
a bank account,
yes,
a credit card,
a passport,
your name and number is there now. The thing that we need to understand that you can protect yourself all you want, but if they tap in to Google database like they have done and stole millions of email addresses, you could be one of those million email addresses that is being targeted.
Yeah.
And now they create all these scam items to sign in to your bank or your credit card, and they end up getting your username and password, and all in a sudden, you wonder why your bank account is empty.
Yeah, well, they're making this chip for putting human beings that can detect disease before it got out of proportion, like cancer and all them things. You know, they must say them have chip where them can implant in you, so as to protect you from disease that will take over your body, and them see it before it spread. You know, so the opposite is also there too, that they're making the chip for really control people.
Do you know what a cyborg is? Cyborg is, right? CYBORG.
Yeah.
That's off man and off technology.
Yes. That
is happening right now because you have the cashless supermarket, right?
I witnessed that.
Where you walk into, all right.
I witnessed that.
When you walk into the place, pick up what you want, walk out,
yes,
and that's it.
It just got to your you see how them do it now? Like, you take the thing off of the shelf and put it in the trolley. And the trolley now know who they come in at the thing with that trolley. And them send the bill, them take it out of your credit card.
Yes.
So if a Jamaican who don't know go there, it might feel him a walk out with some free food, but really actually him pay feet even before him knows him pay feet.
Yes.
They have any cashier in a supermarket again. I witness that in England. You just go in there and take the thing them, put out. Just like, it's something like what them have in Jamaica where the cashier actually just scan the food with the barcode and then them check it. Now them eliminate the cashier. Them eliminate the cashier in England.
That's
it's weird, but I mean, it's not weird, but it's something else.
Well, I can tell you that right now they are working in downloading the human brain.
Yes, memories.
This is no sci-fi business. No, this is serious stuff.
No, man, not true, man. Not true.
They are finding a way to download the human brain.
Yes.
And one day they will be able to tap in to your brain and know exactly what you're thinking and so forth. And what is amazing, Muta, you go to church and they give you 10 commandments. If you violate, God will send you to hell. But human is creating all of these stuff, destroying the human body, and nobody's saying that God is going to come and punish you and stuff like that. There's no punishment for the worst thing that is happening on planet Earth. Yeah. So religion is getting a knock.
Yes.
Because the young people then don't believe in the game that is laid out thousands of years ago in the religious context, because they have answers, because they know technology. They can get the answer that they want right now. Today, the average person is not thinking about dying and going to heaven and being saved, because you know what? They're extending their life on planet Earth. Yes, now, Elon Musk and those guys are working in converting different planets for humans to be able to live.
Yes,
they are dropping different things to create plants, to create oxygen, and all of those different things and different planets. So an example, 40 years ago, we saw Dick Tracy talking into a watch in his hand.
Yes.
That's reality.
No, you remember Lost in Space? In Space, where them used to have cell phone.
Yes.
And that I like when me a picnic, that I like 50 years ago, 60 years ago, they will have Lost in Space. Them they have cell phone in it. All I didn't know say, it's not science fiction, no. It get away, Bridget. It get away.
Well,
so far to go.
Even McDonald's, Burger King, you have computer now making burgers and making sandwiches.
Yes.
That means and they don't get tired. They don't ask for
No.
They don't get sick.
Yes.
They don't get anything.
They work 24/7 or more.
Translators. If you go to school to be a translator, your job is in jeopardy.
Yeah, your phone a translate now.
Exactly.
A man give me a phone the other day. Well, not give me. I buy a phone and when I look, me see it mark translate, and it have about 12 different languages in there which can translate where somebody say. It's weird.
Exactly.
Anyway, we have to move now, Bridget. We have to move. We have to come up on the time.
All right.
Man.
I'm going to check what happened to your book, because
tell the people the book name. Not tell the people the book name.
The book name, The Imperfect Perfect Universe by Theo Chambers.
Okay,
The Imperfect Perfect Universe by Theo Chambers. It is on Amazon.
Okay. All right. Give thanks.
All right. Yes, King.
Yeah, man. Yes, that's some serious thing. If you do it, might look light, but when I get 10 years, 5 years down the line, all we people them are learning at school will become null and void.
And I want to kill Muta. I can hack your medical file, get the model of your pacemaker that you have, create a virus, click one button,
and get heart
the
attack.
virus goes straight to your heart, and you drop dead and no one know what happened.
Yeah.
That's artificial intelligence.
This is the cutting edge and
The Black Radar YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening.
because you can imagine you have a helper and the helper have to go sit down and rest. She have to depend on her cell phone. She have to eat lunch and all them something there. The AI no want no lunch and then now sit down and no rest. And as a matter of fact, them don't want sleep. So all when you go and go sleep, this robot they watch your house or watch your car or watch your dog, them and everything.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.